everyone, Mary Morning here, and today I have a pattern haul for you. Vogue patterns. Well, actually Vogue, Butterick, and McCalls patterns. About a month ago, I think it was, the website had a big sale. And the patterns ended up being between like $1.99, $2.99 a piece with shipping and that, which is unheard of in Canada. So that's a long story, but here in Canada we have a really tough time with patterns. So our patterns never go on sale the way they do in the States. So in the States, Joann's does a sale often for 99 cents or $1.99. I often see people in the States posting about it, and they go and they stock up on their patterns. Well, we don't get that here in Canada. They do go on sale, but let's say a Butterick and a McCalls will go to like $4.99 is the lowest. And Vogue patterns tend to be around 50% off. But even regular price for Vogue patterns here is anywhere between $25 to $35 a pattern. And then, 50% off of that, it's still, could be up to a $20 pattern, even with 50% off. So what ends up happening is I don't really buy patterns very often, at least new patterns. I do buy vintage ones from people that are selling off their collection sometimes. I have a really huge collection of patterns, but it comes from collecting for years. So I used to work at fabric stores where we would get free patterns so that we could make shop examples. So every month we would get, one free Vogue and maybe a free Butterick and a free McCall. So I basically got 3 to 4 patterns a month for free anyway. So I ended up accumulating a lot of patterns during that time period. And before that even, I used to buy a lot. And my preferred company is Vogue or Butterick or Simplicity. So there's another thing. Simplicity patterns have stopped selling in Canada. Boo to Simplicity. Because that is one of my favorite pattern companies. They usually do the more up-to-date fashionable patterns. So it's really, annoying that I cannot even buy them here in Canada. There is no place to go and buy them. And supposedly the reason is Simplicity Company does not want to print in French and English anymore, which is what I've heard. They wanted to only print in English. And of course, in Canada, you have to print everything in French and English to have it imported. So supposedly that's what I heard is the reason, but I don't know if that's true. So what I end up doing if I really, really want simplicity patterns is when I go to the States, I will hit up, the local Walmart or Joann's and try and get, some simplicity patterns. And still, they're $9.99 a pattern because I never seem to hit the sale when Joann's would have a sale. So still, again, expensive for me. The other option is to order off of Etsy. There are people that buy the sale patterns at Joann's and then resell them on Etsy, knowing that, people in Canada can't buy them for themselves. So then I have to have it, buy it on Etsy and then have it shipped. And anyways, so that's my rant on simplicity, but I wish they would come back to Canada, put it that way. So let's get into the haul because I got some fantastic patterns from Vogue, and like I said, I don't normally get to buy Vogue at all because it's just way too expensive here. So that was a real treat, and I will show you first of all. They sent a little pamphlet along with it with some gorgeous patterns, and now that I've ordered from their website, I might just do it again because I was really impressed with how quickly they came. They were a good price, and I just have to watch for their sales so it's not too expensive, and do it that way. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with everything I got. And there's a McCalls pamphlet as well. So you can order from all three companies off the one website, which is really convenient. So we'll get into what I ordered here. So my thought process was that I really, oh, they all went on the floor now. I really would like some more comfortable clothes that I can wear day to day, but still look really stylish. So I've kind of gotten into more of the, I don't know what you'd call it, because, you know, I kind of do my gothic spin on it, but, you know, like the character Frankie in Grace and Frankie, she kind of has this crazy bohemian look, and, you know, the Stevie Nicks look, you know, again, very bohemian, witchy. Then I kind of do my gothic slant to it, so it ends up being kind of my own thing, but yet, you know, it's like inspired by. So a lot of these have the Frankie look to me, is what I think they are. If you haven't seen that show, you might want to check it out. Grace and Frankie. So the first one is a Marcie Tilton, and it is Vogue 9057. So I chose this one because I thought, oh, a nice top with an uneven edge. So I looked for uneven hems, you know, that have a little bit of interest to them. There's several options. Yeah, it looks like a good basic kind of t-shirt. And there's also a sleeveless version in that. This one, another Marcie Tilton. So I got quite a bit of Marcie Tilton, Katherine Tilton, seem to be my kind of go-to ones, and I thought they looked very artistic. So another Marcie Tilton, and this is Vogue 8813. So a dress, and it's got lots of gathering in the middle here. It's got big pockets on the sides. That's real cute. And you can make it with one fabric, or you can make it with a couple of different ones. And Katherine Tilton. So this is Vogue 8817. Another t-shirt one with uneven hem. This one has some different detailing, so like different colors you could put in there. It's got, I think there's 3 pieces for that one. And then the smaller one down here is more of a princess styled seam. And the sleeves, it looks like they're pieced as well. And let's see, McCalls is next. Actually, I have more Vogue before we get into McCalls. We'll do more Vogue. So we have Very Easy, Very Vogue. And this is 9312. Nice little sundress with a little tie in the middle. And I thought this would be really nice in knits. I'm not sure if you're actually supposed to use it for knits. Good question. Although I would just adapt it if it's not for knits. I liked that it had a high bust line on it. I find that very flattering. And it looks very easy to make, so that should work out. And this one is number 9296, a maxi dress, and I liked how it had the cold shoulder look with big sleeves. I love big sleeves. You probably figured that out by now. So yeah, that would be a nice one to try, and I really liked this one as well. You basically have this same sleeve, you just put a cuff on it. And it's not quite princess seam, but it definitely has that feel to it. It'd be nice sleeveless as well. So you could just take the sleeves off of this dress and it'd be nice as well. And I believe that one is in their flyer, which I dropped on the ground. $9311? No, oh, that one's different. But it kind of reminds me of that one. So maybe that would be another one to try. And let's see, we got a kimono. I'm not really even sure why I ordered this, as it would be pretty easy to draft this pattern, to be quite honest. I think I was just drawn to the little lace detail. I thought it was cute. So Vogue 9115. So if you don't feel like drafting your own kimono, this would be a good choice to make it super easy to make them. These have the sleeve versions. The kimonos that I've made before did not have sleeves, but it'd be easy to add a sleeve like that to the one I already have. This one I've seen made up in one of my local stores as one of their store displays, and it was very cute. So she had made it in like a stretch velvet. This is Vogue 9265, and she had made it in like this burnout velvet print, and had the sleeves in that sort of like little trumpet style. Very cute. Very, very cute. And I think she did the shorter length. So this version. This one is Vogue 9264. A little bit more of a Victorian look. So I'd probably do kind of a Victorian goth dress out of this. So I'd probably go to town with adding lace and more trim and detail. I like that it's a slim sleeve, although I probably would end up making it both versions with a slim sleeve like that with maybe a little point would be nice. Or I could do a big angel sleeve on that, which would be really pretty. So that's nice. I'll show you the back as well, just so you can get a look. It's a very plain dress. Now another option you could do is to do a lace see-through part on the top of this dress. You could easily draw that in and cut it so that you have lace on top, and then the rest of the dress in, say, a nice knit or a velvet, and then add a lace trim on top of where those fabrics join. Would be an easy option to make it a little bit more up to date, which looks a lot like the Killstar dresses. So if you wanted to copy some Killstar dresses, this would be a good pattern for it. And next one up is Vogue, very easy, very Vogue, 9182. So a nice little summer dress with buttons down the front. Looks extremely flattering. Would be a nice little gothabilly style dress if you did it out of a Halloween print. Or I believe I saw Gertie had some new prints with flowers and spider webs. I might have to get me some of those. And this would be a nice pattern for that material if you weren't using a Gertie pattern already. And next we have, I guess these would be considered designer patterns. I didn't get too many of the more famous designer patterns. I just was drawn to more everyday clothing, and I found most of the bigger designers would be more like stuff you'd wear to a party or a wedding kind of thing. So these ones are by Sandra Betzina. Today's Fit by Sandra Betzina, and it's Vogue 1375. Really cute vest with big trim. I could totally see myself wearing that exactly how it is, black with that black and gray trim. I love that. I think you could also turn this into a coat easily by adding a nice slim sleeve. You could Franken pattern, one of those slim sleeves from the other pattern onto this, and make it into more of like a winter sweater kind of thing. So I'll show you the back, just so you can get a little better idea with the line drawings. And Sandra Betzina, I've always liked her styles. I remember meeting her back in like late 80s, early 90s. I used to go to the Sewing Expo in Puyallup, Washington. Every year I would go to this huge sewing expo. And back then you could take classes with these famous people now. And they would give like these free seminars. It was just part of the Sewing Expo. So Sandra Betzina, I would go to see her sewing seminar every year. For like 5 years I went to that show. And she always did showing off, you know, the things that she had made. She always had good tips on how to finish garments like very professionally and how to make them look like they were a little higher end. So I always loved her designs and just her finishing details. But she was a smart lady. So I've got a few more of her patterns here as well. So here's another one. I really, really love the tank on this, but I'd probably make both pieces. So Vogue 1355. So there's the top, and then kind of a modern pant there, like almost looks like harem pants, but a modern version of it. And honestly, I recently went downtown Toronto shopping around in like our Chi-Chi, you know, Rodeo Drive kind of version of downtown Toronto called Yorkville. And there was a store there selling things that looked exactly like Sandra Betzina's stuff. Exactly. And, you know, Issey Miyake, Sandra Betzina styles. And they had pants almost identical to these, but made in like a linen material, and they were quite beautiful. But they, you know, their price range was like $500 for a pair of linen pants, and they were doing very well. There was a busy little store, so yeah, these styles are pretty popular. I think I would probably start with the tank top and give that a try first. You can probably hear a bit of thunder since it's about to storm outside. And another one by Sandra Betzina, Vogue 1333. Now that just drew me right in with that layered skirt like that. So pretty, and I love it in the stripe. I would totally just do it up just as the model is wearing it. And then the top is a batwing style. So here you can look at the line drawings and see it a little better. So yeah, I think this would be very flattering, especially under like a corset. And then this little top I'd probably wear, yeah, either with a big skirt like that, or just with a little circle skirt kind of thing. It seems very versatile. And that's the end of Sandra Betzina. And the next one is Lynn Mizono, Vogue 1410. So yeah, sleeveless. Again, this reminds me of the stuff that was at that store. Very modern looking, you know, reminds me of, what did I say his name was again? I've forgotten it now. The one who does very drapey patterns. They were huge in the 80s. I might even have some of them still from the 80s, but very much like that. And probably out of a linen would be nice for the summer. And then I got a few McCalls, and I think that is probably about it. I got one Butterick. Okay, so This is a bit more fashion forward. And so I need to probably make this pretty fast or it's going to go out of style. McCalls 7657. It's got a cute little bell sleeve on it, and I like how it's got a little choker there. I personally would probably do this up in black lace maybe, and just do it as a see-through blouse and then wear a like top underneath it, a camisole underneath it. I think this would be really cute done up that way. And you could even add jewelry to that choker. I think that would be really cute that way. And maybe a big ruffle that comes across there. Instead of going down with a ruffle, I think just a ruffle going across would be even prettier. This is a great summer look. Now, the other thing is, I was out, I'll do another video talking about trends for spring 2018 because I saw a lot of trends, and this was one of them. First of all, the big sleeves seem to be a big trend, but also these ruffle dresses, they were everywhere. So McCalls 7745. So it's a bit of a wrap dress, plus it's got ruffles, and it's floral. So you pretty much hit all the trends in one pattern. So that would be a good one to try for this summer. You've got short version and a longer version. I think it'd also be nice to do, I believe it's this skirt that has the ruffle. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see, but I think it's this one with the ruffle. It'd be cute to do that just as a skirt, and maybe do it as a wrap skirt with elastic and buttons so that it's completely adjustable and comfortable. And here we got McCalls 7717. Again, the big sleeves. This is a really cute little cut of a dress. A good basic dress. So you could probably, when the big sleeve thing is out, which is never out for me, honestly, but if you decide you don't like big sleeves later on, you could make this as a sleeveless version or change the sleeve of that dress. It's just a little shift dress. So, yeah, it looks good. A Laura Ashley pattern. Oh, this one was a Laura Ashley pattern as well. 7509 from McCalls. So just a nice little bohemian top. I probably would do the sleeveless versions up here. I think those would be really nice for summer, done up in a lace or maybe a little soft knit with some lace trim. That kind of thing would go really well. And you can see the line drawings a little bit better. I absolutely loved this little dress. It's got a cold shoulder look, and the sleeves are huge, almost an angel sleeve, but not quite. McCalls 7468, and I really like how they did the cold shoulder on this because it's done with like facing kind of thing. So those are separate pieces rather than just finish it and turn it under kind of thing. And it looks like it's got a fitted waistband, which makes it more flattering. If you have a smaller waist, that'll make it more flattering. So yeah, I'd probably do the dress version in that. And another Laura Ashley pattern. McCalls 7431. Again, the sleeves are a little different. Now that one's definitely an angel sleeve down there. And there's a sleeveless version. Yeah, I like the top on this one as well. A little bit more bohemian look to it rather than just plain. There's the back. And then we have a kimono that is pieced. So getting a little artistic with the kimonos. That's McCalls 7132. And it's made that way, so you piece together several different fabrics. I thought this would be a good one to try and use up some of all of the cotton that I have never used for clothing other than like rockabilly dresses. I think this would be a great one to use up some of those fun cotton prints and piece them together. And last pattern from the haul, Butterick 6481. Again, funky little sleeve. You see, I've got a theme here going with the sleeves. But it also has a really nice neckline and bodice to this dress. Again, a fitted waistband. A little bit higher sleeve. You could do a bishop sleeve as well. I think if it's on the longer version here. Has a little cuff. So yeah, I think that is the end of my hauls. And yeah, I would definitely take advantage of the Vogue sale again and try it. I've got quite a bit to work on right now for a while, so I probably won't be ordering any right away, but I am tempted to get the one with the big ruffle on it. I can't remember which one I saw with the big ruffle, but maybe not this exact one, but a dress that I would love, a dress that's maxi length with a big ruffle like this. I'd love that. Kind of like what I have on, with a little ruffle like that and elastic at the top. They should be super easy to make. In fact, that Gertie pattern that I made in another video would probably make a really nice maxi dress as well. Just put a maxi skirt onto the bottom of it instead of doing a top. So anyways, I think I will end it there. So if you enjoy Vogue patterns, I would definitely recommend ordering from them. I have nothing but positive things to say about it. So thanks for joining me. Like and subscribe if you liked this video. Bye!